Hi everybody, this is Bobby of Knitters Kniche. I'm back. I have been sick. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I talked just a little bit about it. I got COVID and got some medication, got treated for COVID, some specific medication just for that, not just the symptoms. I've had a bit of a go around with getting better, but I'm getting there. I have been knitting though. I've done not quite as much knitting as I normally do, but I have been knitting, which has really helped me get through this. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my new viewers and welcome back to my returning viewers. I have seen I've got some new viewers, and thank you all so much for subscribing and liking and commenting. And we're here in Florida. We're still here in Naples, Florida, vacationing. I'm looking out the window here. It's 84 degrees. The time is, it's almost 5:25 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States in the southwest part of Florida. We're vacationing here. We will be here just for, a little while longer. Might be able to get in a couple more podcasts from here before we head back home. I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I've been working on, and I've talked about just showing you how far I've gotten. And these are two items that I have talked about in my previous podcast. And one of them is I think it's Cozy Comfort. The Comfort Cozy Throw. Anyway, it is by Homespun House. The Comfy Cozy Throw. There you go. And this is how much I've gotten done. Now, the last time I had talked with all of you, which has almost been a month ago, I was right in here. So I have done that much more. And again, these are done with my 10 gram minis, and each row here, each section gets 10 rows of garter, which would be 5 ridges, 5 little bumps. And so each 10 gram mini, and it worked out perfectly. I cast on 175 stitches. And this is loosely based on the Cozy Comfy Throw. Loosely based on that, because I did make some modifications because I'm using those 10 gram minis up. So I want to use the 10 gram mini up per section. I want to use it all. And I do, and I just a little bit left, but in turn I can still use those later for maybe something small. So anyway, I've been knitting on this. This has really helped me get through this COVID. Knitting helps all of us get through all kinds of things going on in our life. And as you can see, I'm sitting here petting this because I'm partial to it now. I've been sick. I've been struggling so very, very weak. Still in my voice, I can still hear it as I'm talking and struggling to speak sometimes and to kind of put a thought together. So do excuse me if I get a little off track here. So anyway, my Cozy Comfort Throw has been exactly that. It's been very comforting to me, knitting on and having it laying across my lap, feeling it in my hands, the squishiness of that garter that I certainly love so, so much. So I've been working on that. And also, I've been working on my Anthology Throw. And the Anthology Throw comes from the name of it, and I mentioned it previously. The name of the Anthology Throw comes from 2 Greek words. Anthology means, if you break the word in half, anthos is flower and logia is gathering, which means gathering of flowers. And of course down here we're always in bloom. It's always so pretty. So here I've been knitting on this and adding my 20 gram DK minis. Now DK is not going to have the length it won't be as long as a fingering weight mini. So I've had to add in the Cascade 220, the undyed wool. It is merino wool, and it is actually right down here. It has it's 100% superwash merino wool. There is no nylon in this. And I did notice on my last podcast that when I hold something up, I move it around a lot and don't hold it very steady. And when I'm watching other podcasts, you know, I really read what they hold up and put up so I can maybe jot it down or save the video and then refer to it again. So the weight of this, it's considered a light, a 3 weight to our medium. And there it says on the back there, and it tells you the suggested needle sizes. Now for the Anthology Throw, I've used a US number 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter needle I've used on the Anthology Throw. So as I continue to knit on this throw, if you take a look, most of it are cooler tones and very floral. And it's gotten to the point where the size, the radius of this, I've had to choose 3 mini skeins here. And these are looking more fallish kind of colors. And I thought, well, it's a gathering of flowers, and you've got your spring and then your summer, and then maybe we're getting into the fall. So in my bag here, let me get my bag. This is a bag that I had made, and I'll put a link down below to the pattern that I have used. I put that link down before, but I have had some other people ask me about this. I've had some questions on the bags that I make, what the pattern is, so I'll put that link down below again. So these are the next grouping. They are all going to be in more of a red tone that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to kind of go with this fallish colors here. And then we're going to do the white, the Cascade 220, and then we're going to get into these colors. And then this one here too. So these are going to come next. And then the next colors I'm going to use, they are going to be, these are going to be more into the gray tones. And that's going to be toward the end. And then on the very, very perimeter of it, the very last part of it, I think you double them again, and that's when you do your border. And so I'm going to have a specific border. I've got some yarn in mind for that. Some beautiful, beautiful yarn coming for that. So that's what I've been working on. And it has gotten me through all this, and I'm so happy with it. I'm just so happy with these. Love knitting on a blanket. You know, and I got to thinking, I have never knit a blanket. I've crocheted a blanket, couple blankets, but I've never, well, yes, I did. I did knit one for my youngest granddaughter when she was born, and it was a cable one. And it was done with Barocco Comfort yarn. I do remember that, and I really like pink. So let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Look what I cast on, and look what I knit while I was sick. Oh my gosh, and it's cotton. And it is, you know, I've knit with cotton before. I've knit a garment with cotton before, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew as I wore it. So I knew that more than likely that this was going to happen with this also. Now let's talk about the pattern. Now this is the Autumn League Pullover by 2 of Wands, and I'm just going to go on my iPad here, and I'm going to show you. This is it here. Try to get the glare. And this is like an old school sweatshirt, so it's going to be a little more slouchy. Now, so there is some modifications that I made because I wanted it to be a little more fitted. I wanted it to be more fitted because I like to have a snug feel with my clothes. And I've talked about that before as far as really liking lineal lines, clean lines, a smooth silhouette. So what I had done, and I also like little details in knitting too, where you could, and something that, and it's not hard to do, it's just work on the finishes of your sweaters, the finishes of your garment, the finishes in your blanket, instead of just hurriedly going ahead and getting it done thinking, how can I just do this just a little bit different so I can make it just a little bit more professional looking, a little more, well, professional. That's the only word I can think of. So the modification that I had made, I had done the twisted rib. Here we go. Well, there you go. Twisted rib on the cuffs, on the hem, and then on the folded over. So no, it's the second time I've done a folded over before. Folded over neckband and the ribbing here. And it's really interesting. I'm going to put some pictures. It'll be over here. I'm going to put some pictures of me trying this on. I tried it on several times while I was knitting it. This here, right here, you start here. You do not start with the neckband. You just cast on here and just start knitting. This was clear down here. All of this was down. And I'm thinking it all the way around here. And I knit the extra small. And as I was saying just a little bit ago, I knew it was going to grow. It's cotton. It does grow and it doesn't bounce back. So like if this was wool, it would. And not only would it do that, it would also bloom once you've blocked it. I steam blocked this. It's perfect. It's perfect. And it feels really, really, really good on my skin. And it's in a fabric. It's the cotton itself is something that I can wear when I'm down here. Absolutely. Like right now, it's probably going to cool off this evening. We're going to take our dog, Bella Grace. We're going to take her for a little bit of a walk around the complex here. So anyway, this is my Autumn League pullover. Now, when I did, I'm picking up the stitches. I did my sleeve, did everything else first, got everything all done, then did my neckband, my ribbed neckband, and you knit it 3 inches. 3 inches it's this much. I mean, it's, you think 3 inch, it's quite a bit. You knit that, and then you come in, and it's still on your needles. And the pattern suggested to do it one way is to actually bind off and then come and sew it on. And I thought to myself, let's do something a little bit different. Why bind off and then turn around and sew it on? Why not? Okay, why not take your needle, you have them all on there in a circular needle on your cable. Why not come in, pick up and knit, and then cast off right that stitch. Pick up and knit, cast off that one, go knit that, and it worked perfectly. I don't know if you can see this. It worked really nice. Really, really nice. Now, all through here, I was thinking too, I thought, oh my goodness, should I come back and do like a crochet slip stitch just to kind of fill in? Because if you look, it's a little bit holier through here. But if you look at the pictures that on the Two of Wands pattern, you can see that hers are even have a little bigger holes. And they, excuse me, they did get smaller as I went ahead and cast it off, and it really smoothed out. Now the back is just smooth and nice, really nice. It's a raglan sweater, and I did modify the sleeves. I'm going to put a picture in here. Also, it was too much. So you are supposed to go ahead and knit 2 inches and then start decreasing. Well, I knit an inch, and then I started decreasing every 6 rows, and they said 9. Well, you knit 9, and then on the 10th row you would decrease. So I did it on 6 rows, and then I decreased on the 7th, and then I came on down about here, and then I proceeded to do every 4. And then I got down to my wrist here. Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to think if I wrote that down, but I'm going to put this on my Ravelry, and I'll have this all in there before this goes up. It's not in there right now, but before I get this uploaded on YouTube, I will have that in there. So I did. This is one of the things that's on my list to knit this year, and I did it. I cast it on and got it done, and I really did enjoy it. Had some wonderful comments on Instagram about this sweater, and I just appreciate that so much. That was so nice. Everyone is so good and kind, and with their well wishes on me getting better, and I am getting better. I'm trucking right along here, guys. I am getting much better, and I can get out and about and be around, you know, people and do things now. We come down here and we play pickleball almost every day. Of course, I haven't done that. I don't have the strength to do that, and quite frankly, I would not be a very good partner out there on the court. I'm afraid things would just fly by me too fast at this point, but I'm going to work my way into that. So the only other thing, I would have a question for y'all. Those of you, I have done the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit, and I have purchased the Sophie shawl. I would like to do the Sophie shawl, and I have this Noro yarn, and it came with me. I brought it with me, and I haven't done anything with it yet. And this is, I'm sure I'm probably gonna, it's the Akari, and the colorway, I'm not sure what the colorway is, but isn't this beautiful? And I'm having a hard time, I just have one. Now, let's see how many yards are in here. There again, I really have to look hard here because my eyes are just a little bit, it's 480 meters, 200 grams, 480 meters. So I'm thinking, and it's a worsted weight, so it would be really nice for the Sophie. Here's what I want to do. I want to have something special for this because it's a special yarn. And the makeup of this yarn, it does have mohair in it. It has silk, cotton, viscose, and wool, and polyamide. So, I mean, Noro is a special yarn. You know, years ago, I had knit little handbags and felted them and sold them. I sold quite a few of those, and I have a couple. I have my very first one left. Of course, it's at home, and I will have to show that to y'all. And by felting, I mean I felted that in the washing machine. You knit it bigger, and then you felt it down, and it turns into a solid felted fabric, and just adorable. So I'm familiar with Noro yarn, but it's been years and years since I had knit with it. And of course, I'll have to be careful with this, but isn't it beautiful? So my question here is, what do you think? I was thinking about doing, like I said, the Sophie shawl, or Petite Knit also has, I think it's the Stockholm pullover. There's a Stockholm V-neck pullover. I would love to do a V-neck. I think V-neck is very flattering. It's a very flattering shape on all of us, and on all of our body types. So I was thinking about doing that. Do I do that? And how many yards am I going to need for that? What I could do, because the V-neck has a oh goodness, I'll put a picture in it up over here. Yeah, over here. Put a picture up and put one up and you can see, because I could actually do the ribbing of the V-neck. I do have another yarn here that coordinate beautifully with this, that I could do the ribbing in a different color. And it's actually kind of this, I don't know where the blue stuff's come from, but apparently I'm doing blue here lately. It's similar to this color, the yarn that I have that would coordinate with that. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do the shawl or if I want to do a vest. I want something that I'm going to use and just really, really use and wear and keep and love. And because it's such a special yarn, such a special yarn. So that's my question. If y'all had knit with Noro, and how many yards did you end up using when you did this Sophie shawl? And I think you can actually, from what I understand, I've done the Sophie scarf, but you can do the Sophie shawl and just, you know, weigh it and then weigh it again till you get to the point where you're halfway, and then start going on the decreases and going, you know, smaller and thinner and thinner. And then you would use up all your yarn on that. So that's a possibility for me. It's another project that I want to do. Well, I think that's all I have to talk about today. And thank you all for waiting for me. I'm here. I'm back. I hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate all your well wishes, and leave a comment down below. Give it a like and subscribe if you would like. And it just helps me get my video out there more, and it just shows up more and helps me be able to continue putting putting content out for this YouTube channel. And remember, go out there and knit the day, and have a great weekend. It's Friday. Hi everybody. I'm back. I'm back. Oh my word, I am just a hot mess. I am just a hot mess. Oh my gosh, am I ever gonna get myself together here? Thank goodness I've got knitting. I don't know. I really don't know how I could have got through this today.